All right guys, today's 3-minute clinic is about bunions, the sexy condition that we all love to think about. Bunions are a lateral progression of our big toe on our foot. It leaves us with that big bump on the great toe joint. Okay, maybe your parents have them, maybe you have them. And for years and years and years, we're always hearing that it's genetic. If your parents have them, you're gonna have them. And now, while there's a possibility you might be more likely to have them, I don't think that you're set up for failure if your parents have them. You're set up to get bunions if your parents have them. What can be happening is if we have weakness in our hip, and we step, or weakness in our ankle for that matter, and we pronate, you'll see my big toe already is diving towards the outside of my foot. And then we go to step off, we're gonna be putting a force that puts our toe in this position over and over and over with every step. And gradually that's gonna deform the joint so it turns into a bunion, or that lateral progression of the big toe. There are things that we can do if we notice that our gait pattern is like that can prevent this from happening, or lessen the likelihood that this happens. And one of those things is controlling the hip, which we'll get to, but also mobilizing the big toe, because it might be stuck in a position like this. And so what we wanna do is we wanna pull away from our foot and go more medial. And pull and go more medial. And pull and go more medial. And maybe what you wanna do is you pull and then you bring it up into extension in that position, because that's what we're gonna be doing as we load it up with these next sets of exercises. But you're gonna wanna mobilize, and then you're gonna wanna practice spreading your toes, strengthening the foot intrinsic muscles that we ignore so often. Getting the toes to spread, working on those. We're gonna go 10 reps of the mobilizations, and then see if we can't get about 10 to 15 of the toe spreads. From here, we're gonna wanna load that up in a position that doesn't let us pronate and have this valgus movement in our knee, that collapsing inwards. And so we're gonna wanna control a lunge, so we're loading. And for these, you're gonna wanna go for 8. Build up some strength, a little bit of endurance. But we're also gonna want to go over those toes and over the toes while not diving in. Okay, so we're controlling our knee on railroad tracks using that new range of motion, or that old range of motion that we used to have, where we're not caving in, we're actually reinforcing normal foot mechanics. So give it a try, help your bunions, help your feet feel good. They're the foundation of all of our athletic movements. It's worth putting in the work.